Yak magic.
Today's anti-pattern is component inception, aka defining a component inside of another component. Much like Inception, this anti-pattern can quickly overcomplicate things in an attempt to look cool. But unlike Inception, this anti-pattern has absolutely no redeeming qualities. First discovered in 1998 by Kent C. Dodds, funny enough, while he was on his honeymoon with his wife, they had to cut their trip 3 days short so that he could get back to his lab in MIT to study it. What he found is that this anti-pattern can quickly break your React application, but it's also easy to avoid. And lucky for us, we're going to check out how exactly to avoid it in this video. So let's check out our component. Up top, we've got some state. And then below that, we have our component inception. A component within another component. This should never happen because it simply breaks React. And to understand why it breaks React, we just need to know a little bit about how React works under the hood. Every time a component renders in React, it reruns all the code in the component's function body. So that raises the question, how does React know that this instance of child component is actually the same instance from the previous render? One thing that React has to do to recognize them as being the same element is comparing the components used to create that element and checking if they're equal. If they aren't, then React will create a new element. And therein lies the issue with component inception. Since we're redefining the child component every time the parent renders, React won't be able to tell that this is the same component between re-renders. This means anytime the parent state changes, the parent will re-render, which will create a new component, which will create a new instance of the component. And so the child state will get destroyed and reinitialized. Luckily, it's a very easy fix. We just move child component outside of the parent component. Now child component has a stable reference and React will be able to tell that it's the same instance in between renders. Or if you want to double down on component inception and be like Dicaprio, you can do that as well. Just don't expect your application to work. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it.
Yak magic. Yak magic. Yak magic.